It's fucking November 19th. We're going to slam some chest. I'm thinking. Right off the bat, slam some chest. I want to do a little bit different. I want to do a little bit different exercises today. Maybe get some fucking cables in and get some serious cable work done. That was a close one there. That's on me. I fucking pulled out a little quick, cut him off, but is what it is. You know what I mean? So we're going to get over to fucking Elite, get set up, get started. I think it'll be a good one, guys. I think, I'm really looking forward to, we're really going to go for pump today, I think. That's what I'm looking for. A really decent pump. I got this odd bruising on my right arm right now, so I'm not sure. Not sure how that's faring. But it doesn't hurt, so if it doesn't hurt, it's not a problem, right? Let's fucking get down here. I don't know. Lately, I've just been feeling a lot more like I want to put time into the action of doing things instead of talking, instead of like speaking. And I feel really that's what I want more of these videos to be about. Like more of the mindset that I'm pushing out to be about is like, if you're somebody that is, to be honest, similar to me, or similar, not even necessarily similar to me, if you have aspects of like, you don't like what you're doing right now, or you're completely dissatisfied with the effort and stuff that you've put into what you're doing, and you're not seeing the results. If you're somebody that's truly motivated to change the way that things are happening for you and the way that you're living, you're somebody that's going to make the action to change that. And it comes with a little bit of that out of box. You have to think out of the box a little bit, and change, kind of dynamically change the way that you're living in a sense. And I don't want to be too like guru-y when I say that, you know what I mean? But think about it in the aspect of like, if you would have done the 5 or 10 things right now that you're fucking thinking about doing, or that you're hesitating doing, if you make one of those decisions, no matter what the outcome is, whether it's positive or negative, you still made that decision faster than somebody else, and you can move on to the next decision and deal with the next outcome. And really, if you think about it, over time, it's just a process of trial and error to see what areas do you excel at, what do you need to focus on, and how can you continuously get better. That's the way that I constantly look at things, where it's like, yeah, I could sit here and I could fight myself on something, or I could fight myself on a bunch of decisions that, like, basically a bunch of decisions that I need to make. I'm conscious that I need to make, because I used to be somebody that's really grounded in like the now, or like I'd sit back and I'd think, oh my God, I don't know how to solve this. And I'd be like almost clueless on how to fucking solve it. And I'm not coming to any like solutions. I'm almost just more being sympathetic with myself on that level, and not being proactive to solve the problem. And when you actually come up to being proactive as to solve the problem, you're not sitting here like complaining to other people and going, oh, well, I wish it could change this way, or I wish I could do it this way, or I wish I could build things up this way. You're just kind of like internalizing, this needs to be solved. These are the steps and the actions that I need to do it. If you need to write down a list, do it that way. And that's something that's, really fucking has been helping me, especially lately, to like organize my thoughts and cater to what I'm doing. Write down what you need to get done, and it will get done as long as you're dedicated enough to do it. And it's a lot of small aspects of life where you get hung up and you're like, I don't want to fucking do that. Oh, I don't want to, that's going to take way more time than I want to fucking give towards it. Just like, it sounds really basic, it sounds really simple, and in some terms, it's kind of harsh, because if you would just stop, shut up, and do it, you'd be 10 times further than when you were sitting there looking at somebody, saying, oh, I can't do this, crying about this, that, and the other thing. And that's not to say that certain situations don't call for that kind of, I'm not saying you're not allowed to feel that way. But what I'm saying is that there's a difference between the person that feels that way and is going to get up and change that, and the person that feels that way and wants everybody else to do something for them. And I had to learn that the hard way, and it comes from, I was a little bit privileged in a sense and not privileged in other certain senses. And I took advantage in the areas that I was privileged and didn't give them the, didn't give them the appreciation they deserved until it was time to make shit really change. So it's up to you on the path that you take every day. It's up to you with the decisions that you make every day. And you kind of have to come to a point where you determine what's necessary, what's actually going to push you forward, who's actually going to push you forward, and where do you want to be in the next 5 years. I think that's a question that we all get asked all the time by like employers or just generally anyone. I've been in reviews with my bosses where I've had them ask me, where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years? And in your mind initially, you're like, oh, you're asking me this because, you want me to stay with your company, this, that, you want to hear me say I want to stay here. Well, that's not always where they're going with that. They're trying to sometimes see if you have the drive to get yourself where you want to be. In a lot of companies where, not even necessarily companies, in a lot of areas in general in life, people are not looking for the guy that just wants to get by. They're looking for the guy that wants to, or girl that wants to get far and fucking succeed. Those are the people that nonetheless are going to, you're going to be successful. If you keep trying, you will be successful. I firmly fucking believe that. It takes an ounce of skill. You build that skill along the way. It's about trying. It's about putting yourself out there, and it's about being somebody that is open to change, is open to new ideas, and is willing to discuss. You're willing to discuss that with other people. And you don't even necessarily have to be in agreement or disagreement. Just be in discussion. I think that's a really good rule. Don't be quiet about your ideas and your opinions, because the only place that's going to get you is somewhere you don't want to be. Be expressive about what you want. Be obsessive about what you want. It's not wrong or selfish to be obsessive about something that you want. Not in my eyes. Because if you're dedicating yourself to it, if you're telling everybody else this is my life, you're not restraining your responsibility. You're not fucking over your responsibilities, but you're taking every ounce of your free time. You're taking every ounce of the time that you should be putting into what you want, and you're actually doing that. Like, do that consecutively for 60 to 90 days and see where you are. See how much your life changes. It really just takes you to stop fucking complaining. Stop fucking complaining. Without further ado, we're going to go in. We're just going to fucking smash it out. And, yeah, we'll fucking talk to you guys in a second. You guys will have to let me know the fucking quality of this microphone here. Hoping it's going to be decent enough. Out of the test footage that I got, it was worked all right. But going back out with that wider range of motion on the fucking pectoral flies, I think I'll start out with like 40. Just warm up a little bit. Yeah, I think the fucking camera angle could be lower, to be honest. Or maybe the seat's low. I think the seat's low. But it is what it is. decent initial contraction. I don't know. The mic gives me the ability to have a lot more camera angles now, which I enjoy. But we'll play with it as it goes. You know what I mean? Ooh, kind of felt that one. Yeah, I don't feel like this is this adjustable? It is. That's what that's it's a bit more like it. Might redo that set, to be honest. I didn't really feel that one as much as I should have. Drop into the 50. And then we'll rep that out. Rep it out. I don't know. I really like my burnout sets. I think that's where, I don't even know if the most growth occurs there, but I like feeling it the most there. I've been running basically straight off the feeling of the weight, the feeling of the pump. But all right, into this next fucking one here. I think I got one more in me on that machine. And then we can go to some fucking press, actually. To the 90. All right. 1. I think we'll start off with, honestly, I'll just warm up with the motion. Yeah, I think that sounds good. Just make sure we're feeling right here. Feeling that left one for certain. So we'll warm up that left one. Gotta be careful ripping these out. Not the warm-up sets, you guys. Not the warm-up sets. I'm not talking about being careful about the warm-up sets. I'm just talking about being careful about the set in general. Be careful with your upper backs. can be very easily overtrained. And I think, there we go. I really like Young LA, by the way. I don't know if you guys have actually bought any Young LA, but from the stuff that I have purchased from them, I'm very impressed. The material of these shirts and stuff, as overpriced, not as overpriced necessarily, but as priced as they may be, it's worth the price, hands down. Young LA, if you guys are listening to this, please sponsor me. But otherwise, let's get back into that fucking pressing motion. So I'm gonna bring my elbows in pretty tight here, and then just press. You know what I mean? Then I may actually move to single arm halfway through the set if I'm feeling too much pressure. But we'll see. I don't know. Feeling decent today, but I do have to remind myself, I'm 3 days trained in. You always gotta remind yourself how much time earlier in this week you've spent training. So let's just fucking go in for it. Oh, I can felt the mic on my chin. I gotta keep my chin up. I need to get better at. I need to get better at really, like, I used to be good at getting everything written out and knowing exactly what I was going to do every time I was in here. But I seem to be like one of those people that gets really good at a certain aspect and focuses super heavy on a certain aspect, and then the rest of them fall behind. So I'm trying to find a way to counteract that and almost like motivate myself further to get better at all these aspects at the same time, because it's not like macro counting, workout tracking, all this stuff. It's like it's a necessity to the bigger picture of things. So like you have the big picture, and then you have the 6 aspects of the big picture. And if you can't get the 6 aspects down, you'll never achieve the big picture. And you can't work on one aspect at a time, or you'll fail in the other ones. If you kind of follow my thought process, that's kind of how I've been thinking about it. But we'll get back into the reps here. So I'm gonna go a little bit wider stance on this one. Probably do one more set of that. I think we'll start with some fucking. I think we'll start with some just 40s to warm up, since we've already kind of torn the chest up a little bit, or at least the upper chest. Warm up with some 40s, and then from the 40s, I want to say we'll go to 50s, so straight 10-pound increase, and then maybe back to 60, 65s. Really rep that shit out, and then next week I want to really implement some more weight. So we'll be pushing those 70s, 80s on this bench, because I'm really I'm going to get past this. I'm going to get past the whole dumbbell bench area. We might go into some flat bench and really try to make some improvement, make some gains. So let's fucking, without further ado, let's fucking get into it. Ooh, take a second here. Let me fucking wrap these guys out. Finish that other set, and then we'll fucking hit those cables. Go a little light on the cables, I think, and then move to that posing and cardio I was fucking talking about prior. Ooh. Take a second here. Take a second here before we get this fucking weight up. Feel quiet. Feel quiet. I don't know if that's because I have the mic and I'm like, oh, it's an excuse to be quiet because I have a closer way to talk to the camera. I'm not even sure if that's how it's necessarily intended, but we'll fucking figure it out. You know what I mean? So, fucking into it. Ooh. Not one of my best, but I still like that set. All right. Into the fucking cables now. Let's go hit some cables, shall we? Oh, that feels heavy, to be honest. I think I'm gonna lower it and rep it as punishment. What in the hell? What in the hell? That's not gonna work. We'll just have to go with the other one. Man, I need to bring a water or something. I'm getting fucking, like, my lips are getting dry. Lips are getting dry. Need something to stay consistently hydrated. So, let's fucking check the pump here. Check the pump here. I'm excited today. Not necessarily excited. Like, I don't feel like the energy I have is up. I'm definitely feeling good. Ooh. 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 The lighting just doesn't do what I want it to. Not here, at least. There we go. I think my pecs are an area I've made just genuinely so much improvement over the last couple months. And it's literally all due to the flies. Those fucking pectoral flies. I don't think there's a single other workout that has stimulated, and I'm talking the fly machine, right? Not the fucking, not those fucking wimpy ass cables. Getting up on the fly machine there is really what's fucking been building them. At least, in my opinion. So, fucking good one, but could have definitely been better. I don't know. We'll keep pushing fucking 170 and just kind of see where it pulls from there. But yeah, guys, so have a fucking good one. You'll be seeing more of me tomorrow. I think we're gonna come in and fucking slam some legs. Maybe not legs. We'll get right back into back, and then we'll follow that back day up with the fucking leg day, and then after that leg day, we'll do a rest day video, and I'll fucking do. I got some interesting cooking for you guys, so just hoping to build some excitement there. But without further ado, you guys have a fucking good one. Get ready for your fucking Thanksgivings, everyone, and let's get to it, boys. Out.